All right, good morning, folks. How y'all doing? Today is gonna pretty much be kind of a part two situation of that video I came out with beforehand, that relationship advice. This one happens to do with sex, and obviously I got this one here with me for some reason. She gonna be in the video with me for some reason because she act like she don't know how to act this morning. I trying to go out to use it, but it is what it is. But honestly though, it kind of entails with sex. Now I'm gonna keep it kind of short and simple on this one, but folks need to understand, kind of like how I was talking about on that very last video. Know what you're getting into before things get serious. Now, with this being said, don't get me wrong. Now, when it comes to sex, sex can be a beautiful thing or a bad thing, straight up. Most of the time, it's because people have this ulterior motive that like they automatically know what they're doing. And a lot of times they don't. That's why I feel in some cases, especially the way I was brought up, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I mean, unless you practice a lot, most of the time I'm gonna keep it real with you. Just sit down, watch a good flick, study the moves and whatnot, and trust me, you'll know what the hell you're doing after a while. But honestly though, for real, the real basic thing about that though is that it's like research on at least knowing the body first. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how it works, knowing how certain things react to certain feelings and touchings and movements and whatnot. And then also concept of communication when it comes to your partner, who it is you're dealing with. Just like I was saying before, know what you're getting into before things get serious. Especially if it's somebody who you like or whatever, or even still one night stand situation. Like sometimes people can be surprised and and doing certain things. But also it's like talk to who it is you're getting with and everything. Kind of like ask them or communicate with them on the things you like to do, or ask them what they like to do. You know what I'm saying? That way, y'all have a better understanding, and y'all don't just have a weird, bad, awkward moment. You know what I'm saying? And then also, like I said, it's like just sometimes it's better to practice, for the most part, kind of like try new things, kind of learn to spice things up after a while. But like I said, know what you're doing first. Don't just kind of just do something with somebody you don't know what the hell you're doing or whatnot, and then you end up just messing up the whole entire situation. So like I said, a lot of that still it comes into, for real, like I said, do your research on the body. Like I said, know how certain positions are. Or, like, learn about Kama Sutra. You know what I'm saying? Learn about different positions. For because you don't want to be in those situations or whatever, and like you just always worrying about just trying to beat, like for the fellas, you don't want to just worry about just beating the pussy down and everything. You want to know how to actually make it to where the woman comes, like at a certain time and whatnot, or even just come at all. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got brothers who just go in there, just be beating it up and everything, and the girl can just be sitting there laying like a goddamn vegetable after a while, and you ain't even make her come. And then the same thing with the females too. It's like, know how your man responds to certain things. I mean, shit. I mean, if you're a good rider and everything, I mean, hey, learn how to ride, responsibly. Learn, you make sure you don't break his shit when you're on top of him. And then people, let me explain something to you as well. Foreplay is important, okay? Because even still, it's like, think about it. Kind of like how it is when you go into a restaurant. You want to at least try the appetizer before you just go into the main course. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, and then also make sure at all times when you are having sex, sometimes, even if it is just a quickie, sometimes make sure that the body is clean. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, trust me, people have been in them situations before where it's just like the opposite sex, or even you in general, you know what I'm saying, have, had a certain odor or a certain smell to you and everything. So it's like before y'all do anything, still make sure the body is clean, because of course, I've done research and everything to know that sometimes, like, it can be on a spiritual, mental, and physical situation to where it's like you don't know what it is you passing off to the partner you're dealing with. Because as we all know, STDs are going freaking ridiculous. And then at the same time, also, babies are popping up, here and there these days off of a one night stand or, just a, quickie situation, everything. That's why I keep saying always know what you're getting into before things get serious. Okay. And then also, people learn the value of protection. God damn, I can't stress that enough. Learn the value of protection. You know what I'm saying? Because, don't get me wrong, like I said, it's cool to have fun. Sex is, like I said, can be a beautiful thing, or can honestly be a horrible thing. That's why a lot of folks need to learn to strap up these days. You know what I'm saying? For real. Fellas need to learn how to use a fucking condom these days. I mean, don't get me wrong. If push come to shove, hey, if the pussy is wet and everything, hey, you know what I'm saying? At least get comfortable with the female first and everything before you just try to just go in raw. I mean, come on, man. You don't know, what this person may have and everything. And especially that's why I say communication comes into. Because it's too many people out here not communicating and just passing around diseases left and right and everything, and don't even know. And then also, that's another thing to where people need to also go get tested again, too. Because, like I said, it's too much going on in this world, people. For real. It's too much going on. Seriously. So, with that being said, folks, like I said, it's just, for real, do your research, communicate, keep the body clean, and above all, like, try to have respect and courtesy for each other, too, when y'all engaging in sex. Because, like I said, it's like, you don't want to hurt nobody. Don't get me wrong. Some people, in different ways and fashions and everything, sometimes people kind of like just a little bit of pain, but you don't want to hurt nobody, you don't want to kill nobody, and you definitely, and I do mean definitely, do not want to end up in a rape situation. Okay? And that's coming on both sides too, straight up, because like I said, you don't want to end up in a situation where rape comes into a situation with the female, and even for the dudes too, because you got some weird women out here these days too. So on both sides of the matter, like I say, do your research, communicate, keep the body clean, and respect each other. Okay? So with that being said, folks, it's just, hey, like I said, also, pretty much, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, know what you're getting into before things get serious. Okay? So, with that being said, folks, y'all make sure y'all travel safe, have a good day, of course, and, hey, just, take care, all right? It's from your boy Will, all right? Peace.